Situation remains tense on the ground. I'm joined by my colleague Arunima on the broadcast. Arunima, when it comes to the situation in Manipur, the communal fissures are deep given the weeks of violence. What's the latest you're getting from the Home Ministry when it comes to achieving a solution of peace between the two communities who are at war in the state of Manipur?
Well, at least 6 rounds of talks have happened, led by the centre. There is an interlocutor also, a former Special Director of Intelligence Bureau, A.K. Mishra, who's also involved. So they're talking to both sides. Why the centre had to intervene is because there was complete lack of faith in the Manipur government, in the Manipur administration, by the Kuki groups. They didn't want to speak to the Manipur administration, so the centre has stepped in. And even though the broad framework of the talks are the suspension of operation agreement, what officials do tell me is that currently no political conversation can happen because there is such breakdown of faith, there is such breakdown of, even wanting to talk to each other. So what both sides are being pushed is that ultimately you'll have to live together. You are neighbors, you share a lot of interfaith marriages, intercommunity marriages have happened, so you share family also now. This kind of acrimony won't really, do good to anybody. So they're being pushed to at least come to some kind of a discussion table, talking table. And though the centre is quite hopeful, from the ground the voices I hear is it looks like it will take a long time for people to forget what has happened.
Right. Arunima, please stay with us. We're also getting a reaction from Piyush Goyal, who's speaking on the delegation of the I.N.D.I.A alliance going to Manipur. Let's listen in.
जो आपने चर्चा की बात की, मणिपुर की चर्चा लगातार ये मांग करते आ रहे, पर एक हफ्ते से चर्चा नहीं हो पाई और ये विपक्ष का पूरा डेलीगेशन 2 दिन के लिए मणिपुर जा रहा है। जिस तरह के हालात है, आप संसद में मांग करने का चर्चा नहीं कर रहे, पर मणिपुर जा रहा है पूरा डेलीगेशन।
हमने तो चर्चा के लिए जब ऑल पार्टी मीटिंग सदन शुरू होने के पहले ही हमने स्वीकृत कर ली थी। जब वो स्वीकृत कर दी, उसके बाद ये बोलना कि नहीं हम तो चर्चा तभी करेंगे जब रूल 267 में हो, इसका औचस्व कोई रहता नहीं। 267 तभी इन्वोक होता है जब और कोई माध्यम ना हो चर्चा करने। आखिर आज 7 दिन पूरे हो गए हाउस के। अब 267 की चर्चा बहुत ही रेयरेस्ट ऑफ द रेयर केस में कभी कभार हुई है, पुराना इतिहास में निकाल लिया जाए। जब सरकार तैयार है चर्चा के लिए, सरकार पहले दिन से ही तैयार थी, उसके पहले पूर्व में ही तैयार थी, तो चर्चा ना करने में क्या रहस्य है वो तो देश की जनता देख रही है कि सरकार तैयार होने के बावजूद विपक्ष चर्चा नहीं कर रही। और शायद एक इतने गंभीर और संवेदनशील विषय पे राजनीतिकरण करने की कोशिश की जाए।
Piyush Goyal, Union Minister, speaking at a press conference with my colleague Payal Mehta over there, saying that the I.N.D.I.A alliance is only playing politics when it comes to the situation in Manipur, and they are not being sensitive to the situation on the ground. As Arunima is also pointing out, the Home Ministry is going all out to ensure peace on the ground with the deployment of personnel as well as talks between the two sides. Arunima continues to be with us on the broadcast. Arunima, when it comes to the genesis of this entire conflict in Manipur, there was also a security operation against militants on the ground. What we are seeing currently are these communal tensions that have been exasperated by militant elements in Manipur?
That's what I.N.D.I.A administration alleges. If you see the genesis of this entire conflict, it all began with allegations of narco-terrorism and drug poppy cultivation. That's what was first alleged, that entire hills of Manipur, where predominantly Kukis and Nagas live, they were indulging in poppy cultivation. They were, cross-border people who were helping them with poppy cultivation. And then came the allegation that the entire chain of violence that has happened, for that arms, ammunition, even manpower has come from outlawed groups which are hiding in Myanmar. So those allegations have been made, and if you speak to anybody in the Imphal Valley, most of them are convinced that these allegations are true. But if you speak to people in Surchandapur, Bishnupur, and if you speak to people in the hills, they dismiss this outright, saying it might be true that some people were actively breaking the law as far as poppy cultivation is concerned, but that doesn't mean that the entire hill population was supporting. It is also wrong to say that the entire hill population is that of people who have come from across the border, who are not indigenously Manipuri or who are not Indians. So this allegation, counter-allegation, is one of the reasons why there has been such breakdown of trust between the two communities. And at this stage, even though there could be some truth that, Myanmar, groups which are hiding in Myanmar are helping the Kukis carry on this fight. But the approach from the state government also has been found wanting, no less by the central government.
Right. Thank you, Arunima, for getting us the latest when it comes to the tensions in Manipur and the attempts by the centre to find a peaceful solution. Now my colleague Kamalka Sen Gupta gets us more reports from Ground Zero.